Hi people, this is Neeraj with a new Facebook Live. The earlier Facebook Live, there was an internet connection issue, and that's the reason I'm starting back again. Let's start with 30th of March. So I was selected on 30th March to visit Hyderabad, and this was for the second time that I was given an invite for the same. So I was the lucky guy. So thank you, Ash, for that, and the people responsible for sending my name. So thank you very much. So my since I had already gone once in Hyderabad, I knew what was coming, and I knew the hospitality and other things. But this time also, it surprised me because it was at the higher level than what was there at the earlier time. So thank you, Hyderabad. So uh, the same celebrity reception at the airport and at the hotel. The hotel this time was different. It was not close to the Hyderabad office, but it was around 15-20 minutes from there. So uh, it was basically, I think, the hotel was used for the Commonwealth, or was to be used for the Commonwealth Games. So it was a very posh hotel with all the amenities inside. So, like, uh, that was a very hectic trip. Definitely, like, we went in the morning, and the next day we had to go. And even there were some founders whose flight got delayed and maybe reached the office at around maybe 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and they had to catch a early morning flight or in the afternoon flight, so they hardly got time to visit in Hyderabad. But that's fine. Uh, as long as you enjoy it, it doesn't matter how much time the flight is or whatever. How much time you actually spend in Hyderabad, it does not matter as long as you enjoy. So, one of the things which I observed was, and this is actually a learning point for me also, uh, like the persons who were actually serving us, maybe giving us water bottles, giving us snacks. Then, when we were having a dinner, they were coming to our coming to us where we were actually eating and telling us to have try this one, try extra, just like it was in a family function, just as the bride or a groom's family actually comes in a marriage, uh, where you have a buffet and then tells, okay, why don't you have this? So something like that, and that I was not expecting that, frankly speaking, because uh, uh, you can expect that maybe from a higher level employee, but expecting that from maybe the persons who are serving and all that, it was an experience for me. And that is the thing which I learned, that if you like, irrespective of your status, you may be the highest person or the lowest person. If you like, the CEO has taken care of both of them, and that was easily seen when I actually went to Hyderabad. So thank you, Ash. I can tell you that we experienced that and just wanted to uh, share it out through this Facebook Live. So that was one thing we observed. This time the employees were more open, or rather, you can say we were also open, so they were also open. So there were more conversations happening. Maybe for the first time when we went, it was something new, and maybe Ash also, uh, you did not knew what to expect and all that. So everything was new. But now, since this was the second time, both were used to uh, us, and they were used to us, and we were used to them. So so uh, that was there. Then uh, like around 5:30 from the hotel, we went to the bus, since it was 15-20 minutes from from the hotel. Uh, we had done a bus. Thank you, Ash, for arranging that bus, because we were around 40 plus people, and we had group photos and all those stuff. And then when we went to the auditorium, and in the auditorium, uh, when the webinar started, uh, like when your webinar started, the moment you announced the Burj Khalifa, we just exploded. I cannot explain you that particular atmosphere, what happened at that time. It just was a very lively moment, just as it was in Boston. I can tell you that uh, every founder in that particular area was very excited. It did not matter if it was 2018, it did, whether they joined in 2018, 19, 20, or maybe a month back. uh, they were all enjoying, because they had, uh, not only they, I personally also had not expected that. So it was a surprise. Let me tell you, Ash, really was a good surprise. Then I think Indian leader Jesse also got an opportunity to uh, distribute those iPhones to all the employees. Believe me, believe me, or not. But for once, we thought that maybe the iPhones were for some of the specific founders, and even I thought that, because uh, because with Ash everything is possible, and that's why we thought that. So I wanted to be very frank in that particular respect. But anyways, it was good that the employees got it. They deserve it, and they are doing a lot of hard work, and it needs to be recognized. So thank you, Ash. Next is about the car ceremony. Uh, Nagarjunu got that car. Now, the expression of that person, maybe he was not expecting or something like that, but uh, the expression showed it all. Like, it was just an amazing moment for him. He did not know how to express it. He was in a shock. So thank you, Ash, for uh, uh, giving that employee a card. So I wanted to stress again that you really, really care about the employees, and that is the foundation, a very good foundation of any good business. Next, uh, the Oblasts that happened. There were three things that happened in Oblasts. The first one was to the donation to the traffic police for their personnel, traffic police personnel. Second is for an organization which was fighting against tuberculosis and leprosy. Fantastic. Third one was uh, like senior citizens hospital. So all these three things were amazing, because I have been working in a call center, and we had this CSR activity. I was working in Hyatt, by the way, uh, Hyatt group of hotels. So we had the CSR activity where we had to uh, go to old homes, and mingle with the old ones who had old homes, and people who had kids who had just left away their mothers, fathers, and they were admitted in those particular old homes. So it was such a amazing activity, and I loved. I don't know what used to happen when we used to go to that, but there was a different, it felt very good at heart. And the same feeling I had actually when we saw that particular donations to be given and the smile on their faces. And uh, just the fact that you are making a difference. It does not matter the money that you give. I'm telling this. This is a very important lesson that everybody, at least I want to share. It whatever you are giving. And this is my experience. It may be different for other person. Whatever you're going to give, it may or may not solve the problem for them. But the most important thing is that when you give, you are making a change in the heart, and that matters a lot. Because once you start doing that, you will do it always because it gives you satisfaction. And that is the reason I love Oblast. And I'm very happy to tell you, Ash, that you have installed, you have instilled Oblast in the initial part of on passive itself. So a lot of companies first uh, do the other stuff, bad things, and then just to show the government that they want to do a CSR activity, they actually go ahead and do that. So I love what you're doing. You are doing it well beforehand, and I believe that it should be an integral part of any business. So those were my personal opinions about Oblast. Burj Khalifa. The announcement of Khalifa was I can't tell you once again. I think I covered this point, but I'm covering this point again. Uh, that the founders felt that we have achieved something. That this was the first time that we hugged each other, and so there was a sense of accomplishment. It did not matter whether we got the money, whether it was it was a different feeling. The money was kept aside. Keep aside the money. Money doesn't matter in such situations. But the feeling that we had, the feeling that we had was amazing. And I can tell you, I can only like the people who were there, maybe the 40 lucky ones, would be able to tell you more about it, because the experience was something different. And this is the first time I'm opening up. I generally express this in the Indian webinars, but this is the first time I'm actually coming up in the Facebook Live. Uh, just to be part of a company who has an office in Burj Khalifa on 134th floor and 151st floor. I am proud to share it with anybody in the world. Okay, I don't know, Ash, how much proud you have made the founders. uh, Once again, I say to all the founders, the money is a different thing, but I'm sure that all those people who are doing business in India or abroad, they would have never worked in a company who had an office in Burj Khalifa. I'm sure about that. 99% of the people would not have worked with any company which would have an office in tallest uh, building in the world. And you have given this opportunity, so hats off to you, Ash. Not only you, all the team that is responsible. Mohammed Kamal, if you're listening to this, congratulations. Uh, I normally do not speak much, but this is the time I'm actually congratulating you. Thank you for all the efforts that you guys are doing. So we have MK Kelly, we have Chandra Bhushan Minch, we have Chandra Bhushan, yeah, and Brajesh Kelly. Okay, MK Kelly and Brajesh Kelly. Hi. Okay, so that was about Burj Khalifa, then the Oblast, then That day, uh, that day, like we came back in the hotel at around 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the night on 31st. It was already 31st, and uh, uh, like uh, some of the leaders were here while Guspinder was in uh, Boston with Ash, and uh, 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 I had done a WhatsApp call with Guspinder, and Guspinder actually did a turned that call to video call, and we could actually see Ash. And believe me, uh, some of the founders actually spoke to you, Ash, and I can't explain the feeling that they had when they spoke to you. They were excited. It was 1 o'clock in the night, but the excitement was at a different level. So uh, that was about Hyderabad. The next day, hardly like we had, at least I had uh, 10 o'clock car pickup, and there was smooth journey back to my residence. So thank you for arranging everything at a short notice. Thank you for giving opportunity to maximum number of founders in India. Last time there were 20, it was 28 for the first time. Second time there were only 10, and third time 40 plus people. So thank you for arranging everything for that. We are. I just wanted to express gratitude towards that. Ash. So that was there. Then after that was the round table. Round table on Monday. Uh, so in that, the updates were that you are hiring in Hyderabad, and you want to fill like you want to fill Hyderabad to the optimum level. I understand that because that's an indication that we are getting ready towards the launch. So that was a good sign. Also, you mentioned that you, if required, we will also go in for a new location, and hiring will also be done for that. So that's a clear indication of expansion. So thank you very much. Next, you also expressed dissatisfaction over people actually going to Dubai and maybe contacting MR company to inquire about who owned those floors on the 151st and 134th floor, and also people wanting to see that. I know it is very disappointing, but there will be people, some kind of people who will be doing those idiot things. Uh, Sorry, I don't have any other word for that. Uh, but yeah, I'm sure we have addressed that to the Indian community, and I'm sure nobody will be doing such things in the future. Next, you talked about 15th April. Some things, some events happening in 15th of April. 15th of April, I suppose, is this. We might again have something in Burj Khalifa, and you also talked about showing maybe other places where uh, the advertisement is going on. By the way, Mohammed Kamal is doing a wonderful job in Facebook Live, where he's actually showing all the places where we are, where the advertisements are there. So thank you, Mohammed Kamal, again for that. Next is you talked about 134th floor being there for senior executives, and also thank you for caring about the kids. You talked about new futuristic uh, tech to play for kids. Oh, Junior, that's very exciting. I I don't know of any other CEOs who actually care for kids so much. So thank you about that. Also, the 30th event, you said that there were 1 million viewers. I'm sure the future events which will have much more views. So we every day we are breaking records already. I think uh, Burj Khalifa is already in the Guinness Book of Records for the tallest building in the world. I don't know if we will also be there as the owner of the tallest or tallest office in the world. So I don't know whether that qualifies for qualifies for the Guinness Book of World Records. But maybe if I get a chance, I'll ask uh, Mohammed Kamal about that, if whether we qualify for that or not. Next is you talked about Bangladesh office. Yes, there are some things you in business which you get it right, uh, and there are some things you don't get it right, and sometimes uh, things do not turn out in your way as you said. So it's just a part and parcel of business. So you just have to thank you for accepting that. So, as you told that in Bangladesh, they were not allowing that particular location to be owned by foreign companies. Instead, they wanted reserved for uh, Bangladesh people. So, you actually, I know that you respect every government, Ash. So, yeah, there are some things you have to accept and some things you can. Um, but I'm sure that you will find out a good location in Bangladesh. So no worries about that. Next is congratulations to Mohammed Kamal on becoming the Chief Operating Officer, COO. Wonderful achievement, Mohammed Kamal. And like uh, I, your excitement is at a different level when you say that words fire fire fire. I'm actually talking it very speaking it very slowly because it's 3:15 in the early morning. So if I speak in a tone like you, I'm sure my mom is actually going to get up and wonder where the fire is. So anyways, those were the updates. Now, talking about today what happened today. I on normally on Saturdays I actually meet the founders. I have mostly I have followed this practice. It does not matter if you're meeting one founder, if you're meeting two founders, if you're meeting five founders, but it is a different experience when you actually meet a person face to face rather than Zoom. You actually come to know whether what you see in Zoom is that the real person, or is something a different person in Zoom, and then here the behavior is different. So a physical face-to-face interaction is a must, especially in India, I would say. So today I had gone to Viviana Mall, and just wanted to let you know that uh, I had already told you that or rather, I had gone to Hyderabad two times. So they generally, as a return gift, they actually give a bag. Let me tell you this. Yeah, yeah. Here's the bag with the on passive, and they had given some goodies like as you can see, this is the T-shirt which has Oblasts written in it. So, anyways, even the last time they had given us goodies, so I had a lot of T-shirts about on passive, and for the today first time I actually gave one of the T-shirts to one of the founders. It did not matter whom uh, you gave that T-shirt, but uh, I felt that was my oblast because generally when you say oblast is I think according to you the definition is that when you have excess, that's where you start, and when you fill up your pockets, that's where you should actually donate. Now, uh, for I gave the T-shirt today because I felt that I had enough T-shirts of on passive. maybe last time also I got it, this time also I got it. And also, one thing is there, unfortunately, the size that I got does not fit me because I am a bit extra large in size. So not all shirts that they give will work on me. And I'm not going to tell them, okay, give me extra large. No, it does not work. No, that is not me. I'm going to accept what they give because they are giving that with love. So today I'm very happy to tell you that I gave one of the T-shirts to one of the founders, and the reason I gave it to him is because he was there maybe he had traveled 2 hours, mostly 2 to 2.5 hours just to meet me, and then he had to travel again 2.5 hours to go back to his home. And he was very he understood the vision, and he was there with me for maybe 2 3 hours. So he actually gave us we were there for around uh, 5 8 like 5 6 hours. And and I felt that maybe he deserved that. And anyway, the t-shirt was not fitting me, so instead of just keeping in my wardrobe, I just thought that it would be good if I gave it to him. But the most important thing I just wanted to let you know is, up till now I never gave anything. It was maybe, if you will see my wardrobe, you're going to see, or anybody is going to see, oh, Neeraj, you have so many t-shirts, you have so many shirts. Why the hell? What the hell are you doing with your wardrobe? Why are you keeping so much in your wardrobe? And believe me, uh, that is the position of everybody. We keep a lot of things in our wardrobe, which things we do not require. I'm just talking about clothes, but it might be shoes, it might be handkerchief, it might be gloves, or any damn thing. But we like to keep things. So I have decided, at least I have made my first effort today, uh, that I'm going to distribute whatever things I don't require. I'm slow and steady going to give it to people. Uh, it may be, if it's new, I can give it to the founders. I don't want to give something old to them. Uh, but if it's something else, also I would love to give it to somebody who which would make a difference to them. So, and also, in my wardrobe, there will only be things left uh, which I have sufficient to use, rather overstocking it. So, I just thought that I should cover this part uh, because according to me, Obless is about that. Because when you start giving, you once again, when you start giving, according to me, Obless, it is that once you start giving, there's a difference. There's a something happens in your heart, and that makes you happy. And when that makes you happy, it becomes an habit. And when you it becomes an habit, you become happy and happy again. And that's where you start giving to the community on a regular basis. And it is always said that people who give it to the community, they also get something back in return in some way or other. So just wanted to share this, and interesting. It's an interesting topic. Maybe I will cover in detail, but thank you for all the listeners of this Facebook Live. It was late in the night. That's why maybe there were hardly any listeners, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, I was going to do the Facebook Live. So bye bye for now. Bye bye.